Hope everyone's doing okay. I switched my spot in the room to hopefully get some better internet connection. So we'll see how today goes. Today we have a bunch of different types of circuits focusing on our power moves, coordination, and some cardio. So a lot of these can be done seated or standing. So I'll show you guys different ways to perform them depending on what you feel comfortable doing. So to start, we're going to do some seated power moves, but I'm going to change them just slightly, okay? So our first is our power up. So we're going to do a 3-way power up this morning, which means we're going to put our hands on our thighs, feet apart. We're going to power down, so we're leaning forward. And then as we power up, I want you guys to reach up towards the ceiling. Good. Then hands back down. Then we power down again. Then I want hands out to the side, like we're making a T. Good. Then hands onto the thighs, lean forward. And then I want arms low, kind of down towards the ground, but still squeezing those shoulder blades together so we're getting that nice stretch. So it's 3 different power ups. We have up, then we have to the side, then we have down. And I want us to do 15 in a row, going in that sequence, counting out loud, nice and loud at home. Are you ready? All right, down, power up really tall. 1, good. Down, power up out to the side. 2, good. Down, kind of low to the ground, still squeezing. 3, down, up to the ceiling. 4, down, out to the side. 5, down, low to the ground. 6, good, keep that up, down, up to the ceiling. 7, good, middle. 8, good, down to the ground. 9, good, keep that up towards the ceiling. 10, good, down. 11, 12, one more each time, up to the ceiling. 13, good, nice big reaches I'm seeing. 14, squeeze those shoulder blades and back down to the ground. 15. You're going to take your forearm, lean it onto one of your thighs. Then the thigh that you're not leaning on, you're straightening that leg and leaning over that thigh that you're, leaning on. Good. So we're going to hold this here, and then you're going to try to bring your hand to tap your knee 3 times while we're leaning over, okay? Then we're going to come back to center. We're going to switch which leg we lean on. So we're leaning on that side. We're straightening our opposite leg, reaching over. 3 knee taps. 1, 2, 3, and then back to center. Okay? So we're going to do 10 of those total. So it'll be about 5 each side. You really got to make sure you have that good lean so that your weight isn't on the leg that you're trying to lift up. Otherwise, it'll be very heavy and very hard to lift, okay? So pick a side. I'm going to pick my left. You can pick whichever one you want. Reach over. We're going to do 3 taps. Ready? Hand to knee. 1, 2, 3. Good. Come back to center. Sit up nice and tall. Switch which leg you lean on. Put that forearm down. Straighten that leg. Reach that arm overhead. Ready? 1, 2, 3. That's number 2. Back to center. Now we're switching again. Reaching over the other side. Bring that arm and that leg straighten out. Now we're doing 3. 1, tap. 2, 3. Very good. Bring it back to center. We're switching. This will be number 4. Leaning onto that thigh, reaching overhead, trying to straighten that opposite knee. 3 taps. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Back to center. We're switching. Other way. Lean onto that thigh. Straighten out your arm and leg that you aren't leaning on. 3 taps. Ready? 1, 2. If that leg doesn't lift, you can just bring that hand to touch that knee. Back to center. Halfway done. Switching sides. Reaching over. Tapping. 1, 2, 3. Back to center. That was 6. Switching sides. Really extending those arms and legs. 3 taps. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Very good. Center, that was 7. Almost there. Reaching over. 3 taps. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Good. One more each side. Leaning over onto your thigh. Reaching above head, straightening that knee. 3 taps. 1, 2, 3. Back to center. Last one. Leaning onto that thigh, reaching over. 3 taps. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Very good. All right, so that was our power rock with an extra tap. So good job, guys. So now we have our twist. So our starting position is going to be arms out to our side. Really sitting up nice and tall, really expanding the chest, squeezing those shoulder blades together in the back. Then we're turning our whole body, including our legs, towards one side, bringing those hands together. Now, when our hands are together, I'm adding 5 finger flicks here, which means like you're shaking water off the tips of your fingers. So once we're twisted, 5 finger flicks. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're going to open back up to our starting position. Then we're going to switch sides, twist to the other side, really trying to get that hip in there. Twisting, good. 5 finger flicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then rest the arms for a second, okay? So we're going to do 5 each side, or 10 total. I'll alternate as we go. You can rest your arms for a second in between, because I know it's going to place a lot of strain on the shoulders, keeping them up so long. But let's try it out, okay? Arms out to the side. Pick a side to twist to. Twist your whole body that way. Bring the hands close together. 5 flicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open up. Switch sides. Twisting the whole body. 5 flicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can rest the arms if you need for a second. Start again. Twist. One side. 5 flicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open back up to center. Switch sides. Really twist everything here. 5 flicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And rest. Good. All right. From what I can see, everyone's doing a great job. Let's keep it up. Arms out. Twist the body. Ready? 5 flicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open back up. Twist again. Other side. 5 flicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go straight into the next one. Open up. Switch. Twist. 1, 2. Spreading those fingers. 4, 5. Open up. Sitting nice and tall. Switch which way you're twisting and turning. 5 flicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rest. All right, we got one more round to do, making sure we're sitting up nice and tall in between. All right, arms out. Last one. Twist over to one side. Flick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open up. Sitting up nice and tall. Switch sides. Big twist. 5 flicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And rest. Good. All right. Hopefully our hands are a little bit awake this Monday morning. For our power step, we're going to do a big step. So I'm going to put my hand on my thighs, and then I'm going to do a big step out to the side. I'm going to reach my arm out towards the side I'm stepping to, but then I'm going to lift my heel 3 times before I step it back to place. So big step out, arms out, lifting the heel. 1, 2, 3, bring it back. Okay, so we'll alternate big step out while the foot is out, lifting the heel. 1, 2, 3, bringing it back. Okay, so at home, I want you to count that 1, 2, 3. Okay, trying to use a nice loud voice. Okay, so we're going to do 20 total. Okay, alternating sides. All right, so pick a side you want to start. Ready? Big step out. Lift. 1, 2, 3. Step back. That's 1. Switch sides. Big step out. Lift the heel. 1, 2, 3. Step it back. That's 2. Switch sides. Big step. Lift. 1, 2, 3. Step it back. 3. Switching sides. Big step out. Lift the heel. 1, 2, 3. Bring it back. That's 4, I think. Other side. Open up. Lift. 1, 2, 3. Bring it back. Switch sides. Big step out. Lift that heel. 1, 2, 3. That's 6. Bring it back. Step out other side. 1, 2, 3. Bring it back. 7. Good. Other side. 1, 2, 3. 8. Good. Hopefully we're sitting up nice and tall throughout this. Big step out. Lift. 1, 2, 3. 9. Switch. Big step out. 1, 2, 3. Step back. Halfway. Big step out. 1, 2, 3. In. Big step out. Switching. 1, 2, 3. Really try to spread those fingers with those hands. Good. Switch. 1, 2, 3. Bring it back. Other side. 1, 2, 3. Bring it back. All right, we have about 6 more of these. Instead of lifting the heels now, I want you guys to lift the toes. So we'll do just 6 more, but instead of lifting the heel, let's try lifting the toes. Okay, ready? Big step out, lift the toes. 1, 2, 3. Bring it back. Switch sides. Big step out, big toe lift. 1, 2, 3. Bring it back. Good. Big step out other side. 1, 2, 3. Back to center. Switch. Big step out. Lift the foot. 1, 2, 3. Back to center. 2 more. Switch. Out. Lift the toes. 1, 2, 3. Back to center. Switching sides. Big step out. Last one. 1, 2, 3, and rest. All right, good job, everyone. So I took the power moves, I added a movement to them, but the same foundational movements were a part of that warm-up, so good job, everyone. For our next circuit, it's going to be a little bit more cardio-based, so hopefully we'll get our hearts pumping this morning. You can do it seated or standing or a variety of both. I will show you guys the 4 exercises we're going to do, and then we'll work for 35 seconds and rest for 15. Okay, so The first one, we're gonna sit in our chairs and we're gonna extend our legs in front of us as much as we can without coming too far off the chair. And then our arms are gonna be out to the side, and we're gonna kind of crisscross our arms and our legs, okay? So one arm over the other while the legs are also crossing. If you can't cross the legs, you can just bring them together and apart. That's okay. But if you can cross, doing like this, kind of crisscrossing which one's over, which one's under, while not leaning in the back of the chair will also help us with core strength. So scissor kicks for the first one. This is our first exercise, okay? Our next one you can do seated or standing. I want you guys to really focus on pumping and swinging those arms for this one. So if you're sitting, I want you to imagine you are sprinting while pumping those arms. So I'm kind of marching, but really trying to pump those arms to get those arms moving, like so. You can also do it standing if you feel safe enough to do so, and trying to, you can either step tap, or if you want to jump and try to run in place, you can as well. But I want you guys to really focus on moving those arms as we do this, if you're seated or standing, okay? Our third exercise is going to be half jumping jacks. So you can do it seated or standing, lifting one arm out, doing a half jumping jack, bringing it back together, okay? You can do it seated, sitting up nice and tall, doing half a jumping jack, alternating between the two. If you want to do a full one, be my guest. You can do half, you can do full, you can do a full standing if you want, okay? And if you are able to do so safely, it's up to you, okay? Our last one is we're going to pretend we have jump ropes, okay? So we're going to jump rope forward, and then the second time we'll try to jump rope backwards. So I'm pretending I have jump rope here, and then we're going to jump rope in our seats. If you want to do it standing and jump rope, you can. I will not be doing this one standing just because my leg is not feeling great today, but sitting, you're still imagining you're jumping over that rope that you're turning, okay? So 35 seconds, 15 seconds rest, which is not much. We're going to start with the scissor kicks. Ready? Arms out, cross. Good. Keep that up. Try to sit up tall, crisscrossing both the arms and the legs if you can. If you can just do either arms or just legs, that's all right too. I'd rather you just move in some way. So if it's hard to coordinate both and you want to just focus on the legs, you can. All right, you guys can rest. We have about 10 more seconds of rest. Everyone put on their running shoes. We're going to be running next, okay? Get those arms pumping. Ready? Good. So you guys can go at your own speed, but I want you guys to try to increase your speed to a pace that's hard to keep up. Really pumping those arms. Really trying to focus on our arm swing. Good. Remember, you can do this standing as well if you are able to. Really pumping those arms. Good. Rest. Catch your breath. We have our seated or standing jumping jacks next. I'm going to do them one at a time, one side at a time. Ready? Go. Good. Really big reach. Good. If you want to do it standing, like a step jack, you definitely can. Making sure we're sitting up nice and tall. Get that heart going. Go a little faster if you can. Try to push that speed. Big steps. Good. Spread those fingers. Good. Rest. We got our jump ropes next. So grab those imaginary jump ropes. At least with this, we're not hitting our ankles, so that's good. Ready? Good. Try jumping. So if you want to increase your jump rope speed, you got to get the arms going and the feet. Trying to coordinate between the two. Also working on our core strength here. So it's hard to lift both those legs without leaning back too much. Good. You want to try it standing. If you're able to, you can. Good. Almost there. And rest. Okay. Very good. Okay. So we're going to do that 2 more times. So if you guys need some water, grab some. It'll be the same 4 exercises. If you want to try it standing at all, if you're able to, the second or third round, be my guest. We'll do the same timing, 35 seconds of work, 15 seconds rest. All right. Let's see. It looks like mostly everyone's ready from what I can see. All right. We are going to start with those scissor kicks. Ready? Crisscross if you can. If not, you can just bring your legs or arms together. Okay, but if you can cross safely, try crossing. Good. If it's hard to coordinate both, you can do just one at a time. But if you can do both, please do both. Try going faster. Good. Rest. Okay, we have our running next. I'm going to try this standing. We'll see how my leg does, but you can also do it seated, okay? Ready? Get those arms pumping. Nice, big arm swing. Big. Good. Try to increase that speed. Increase that arm pump. Good. We are coming up on our final 5 seconds. Sprint to the end. Good. Rest. All right. We have our jumping jacks or our half step jacks next. You can do seated like so or standing. Switching sides. Gotta watch for my weights. There we go. Really extending the arms and legs. Spread those fingers. Get a nice hand stretch. Good. Alternating sides. Unless you're doing both at the same time, then just keep that up. 5 seconds. Try to push that speed. All right, jump ropes are next. So even if you want to try it standing, but jumping's hard, you could just go up on the tiptoes or kind of just bend the knees like a very small mini squat. All right, grab those jump ropes. Try jumping. I'm doing mine seated. Get those arms to move. Big circles. Lift those feet. I think if I was actually jump roping, I'd be hitting my feet a lot because I think I'm putting my feet down when the rope would be under me, which is not great. But as long as we get those arms and feet moving, that's all that matters. Good rest. Okay. Good job, everyone. That was round 2. For round 3, let's try jump roping backwards. I know I said that and then I didn't do it, but I'm going to remind everyone now for our 4th exercise, this 3rd round, let's try jump roping backwards. Everything else looked really good from what I could see. We got one more round of it, and then we will do some coordination exercises, okay? So good job, everyone. Turn this back up just a little bit. One second. Good job, everyone. I need to grab a charger, I think. All right, sorry guys, 1 second. All right, let's get to this 3rd round. Thank you for your patience. All right, arm and leg scissors. Ready? Good, extending those arms and legs, crisscrossing over. Crisscrossing, trying to make sure your posture sitting so nice and tall. Really exaggerate that arm movement, that arm and leg spread. Good job, everyone. Keep it up. Keep moving. Good, you guys can rest. Next, we have our step jacks. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Let's play this. All right, we had our step jacks. So reaching one head over, then the other. Sorry, guys. If you're doing it seated, same movement. Good. Switch to seated. Really extending those arms and legs. Good. Rest. All right, I think I skipped the running one. So we're going to do running next, and then we have our jump ropes, okay? Seated or standing, get those arms pumping. We're running towards a finish line. Exaggerate the arm swing. You can lift the legs, lift them. Standing and seated. Definitely try marching those legs. Getting those arms moving. Try to go as fast as you try. Keep pushing. We got about 5 more seconds. Good. All right, one more is our jump rope. So standing or seated. Make sure we're sitting up nice and tall if we're sitting. All right, grab that jump rope. We're gonna go backwards. So do backwards arm swings. Here we go, lift those feet. If you're able to do it standing, and do a jump. All right, let's try to increase that speed. Really get those arms moving with those feet. Last 5 seconds, try to go as quick as you can. Almost there. Good, and we're done. Good job, everyone. All right, so that was our cardio for today. Next, I have a group of exercises that will work on our coordination between the sides of our body while working on some strengthening as well. So I'm gonna grab my hand weights. So if you guys have those weights as well, or you wanna grab some soup cans, feel free. I'll just show one exercise at a time. Our first one, so I'm gonna grab my hand weights. We are going to do, arms are gonna be at our sides. Our palms will be facing forward. You can do this seated or standing. We're gonna do a curl at our elbow. So we're bending our elbow, but then I want our opposite knee to come up as we curl. So if we're standing, we're still curling. Opposite knee comes up. So in order to do this, we're really focusing on single leg balance. Or if you are seated, same thing. Opposite knee, we will do 2 rounds on each side, okay? So pick an arm. I'm going to pick my right arm, okay? And then we're going to lift the left knee up. Seated or standing. Let's do 10 in a row. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, we're switching sides, so I'm switching arms and switching legs, okay? Curl and march. 1, opposite sides. 2, 3, 4. Count out loud at home. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. We're going to do that all again, okay? So seated or standing. Ready? Switch sides. 1, 2, 3. We're curling and we're marching. 4, 5. Sitting up nice and tall. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. We're switching sides. So switch arms and switch legs. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. All right, so we're getting both arms and legs and coordination. All right, our second exercise, it's going to be a step with a crossbody punch. So I'm going to step out with my right leg, like we do with our power step, but then my left arm is going to punch over my right leg before I step it back. And then we will switch sides. So then my left leg will step out, right arm punches over my left leg, and we bring it back, okay? Same thing if you're standing, big step out, cross and twist over that leg, bring it back, exaggerate that step over, punch across, step back. We're going to do 20 of those. Counting out loud. If you're sitting at home, make sure you're sitting up nice and tall. Ready? Pick a side, step out, punch. 1, bring it back, switch. 2, bring it back, exaggerate that step. 3, bring it back, switch. 4, good, keep up with this. 5, switch. 6, switch. 7, switch. 8, good, keep it up. 9, 10, halfway, switch. 11, we're crossing over, big step. 12, switch. 13, keep it up. 14, 15, good job everyone. 16, I think, I'm gonna skip something. 17, 18, 19, last one, 20. Good, all right. Whew, good job everyone. Our next one, same thing, seated or standing. We're gonna do an overhead lift, so a press, okay, with the weight if you're able to do so. But then I want you to try to march opposite side, and we will alternate this one, okay? So kind of imagine if you're like climbing up a ladder, that same movement. So if you're seated, weights are kind of in front of your shoulder. We're doing opposite arm, opposite leg, reaches towards the ceiling, okay? We're gonna try 20 of these, okay? If you want to go at a quicker pace than I am, you can. If you need to go at a slower pace, that's all right. I just want you guys moving your bodies. Ready? Count out loud. 1, 2, count out loud, really loud at home. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep it up. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Very good. Okay, shoulders might be feeling it, but hopefully that's all right. This next one, you can do it standing or seated. We're going to try to get our tricep muscles, which are the muscles on the back of our arm, engaged. So if you're sitting, you're going to lean your trunk forward, but keep your arms at your side. And then you are going to try to straighten your elbows behind your body. So from the side, standing or seated, you're leaning forward. Arms will go behind you like so, but I want to do one at a time. So come back to center, switching, so we're alternating, okay? So you can do it seated or standing. We're going to do 20 here. If you're standing or sitting, make sure you're engaging your core. Ready? Let's count out loud. 1, switch. 2, 3, good. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Really straighten that elbow. 11, sorry, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and rest. Very good. Hopefully you guys are feeling all right. Lots of coordination between the sides, hopefully challenging our brains. This next one, we're going to do a backward step. but then I want your opposite arm to come up. So we're doing backward step. Opposite arm is raising, okay? If we're seated, you can do a step under your chair. Opposite arm comes up. So you can still do that backward step if you're able. You start with your feet more forward, like kicked out in front of you. That way you have room to step the foot back. And then it'll be opposite arm reaches up, okay? We're gonna try 20 of these. Ready? Step back, opposite arm, switch. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep it up. I'm just going to stand. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Very good. All right, last one for this kind of coordination series, and then we will do a lot of stretching today and cooling down. So you can do with or without weights, okay? Seated or standing. I want one arm to raise out to the side while the other arm raises forward, okay? Don't go above the height of your shoulder, but it'll look kind of like this, and then we're gonna switch. So depending on the weight, if it hurts the shoulders and it feels better without the weights, you can just lifting up to shoulder height, one's forward, one's out to the side, and then switching, other one's forward, other one's out to the side. So if you look from the side, just one, and then we're switching. All right, so we're gonna try 20 of those. So pick which one's going forward, which one's going out to the side, and then we'll switch from there. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, keep switching, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, oh, I'm feeling it, 15, 16, almost there, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Very good. All right, that was definitely a shoulder burner for that coordination series, but good job, everyone. I'm putting my weights down. And then we will do a extended cool down, focusing on stretching multiple body regions. So, everyone, if you could find a chair, I guess you could do it standing if you'd like. But I want everyone's hands out to the side. And I want everyone to reach up overhead, trying to bring your palms together. And then I want you guys, if you can, to look up towards the ceiling, then look back straight ahead, and then bring the arms down. So I want to try 5 of those. So once your palms are together over your head, if you're able to bring your head back to stretch, please do so. Okay, that counts as 1. Again, up, 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 reach. Try to bring those hands together. Try to arch back, look back, head back forward, down, That's 2. Again, reaching up, palms together. Once you're here, if you can arch back, head towards the ceiling, come back down. That's 3. We got 2 more of those. Reaching up, palms together, trying to arch back if you can. Head back to center and arms down. Last one. Out, good. Hands together, arching back. Head forward then, or straight on, and then back. Very good. Okay, we're gonna do some seated cat-cows. So I'm gonna turn my body to the side just so you guys can see my spine. We're gonna start with the tips of our head. We're gonna start bending down towards the ground, imagining starting from your head, working down towards your low back. So start by tucking your chin towards your chest, then rounding your shoulders, working your way down to your low back till you're as far forward as you can go. Then from the base of your back, slowly work your way up to a sitting position, working up that spine to your shoulders, up to your head, trying to stretch up towards the ceiling as much as you can. Good, we're gonna do 2 more of those. Start with the head, tuck that chin, start rounding those shoulders, work your way through your mid-back, down to your low back. Then from the low back, make your way working up, working towards a straight spine. Work up towards those shoulders. Then lastly, bring that head up. Try pushing through your thighs. See if you can really elongate that spine. Take a deep breath. 1 more. Tuck that chin. Try bending forward, round those shoulders. Work through that mid-back, down to the low back. Then from the low back, work your way up. Bring those shoulders together. Work towards the head. Then push yourself up, trying to extend as much as you can. Good. And rest. Okay. I'm going to bring my right arm. I'm going to cross it over the front part of my body, over my chest, and then I'm going to grab that arm with my opposite arm to stretch out my shoulder. We did a lot of shoulder exercises today. I'm going to hold this here and I'm going to do 5 wrist circles. 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. I'm going to rest my arms. Now I'm going to bring my left arm over. My right arm is holding it there. I'm going to do 5 wrist circles here. 2, 3, 4, 5. Very good. All right, we're going to stretch out our wrists. So I'm going to start by bringing my hands together, my palms together, up towards my face. And then I'm slowly going to bring my palms down, kind of towards my belly button, or enough to where you can feel a decent stretch in your wrist or your hands without them coming apart from one another. And then I'm going to bring it back up towards my face. Good. So slowly come down. Those palms should stay together. You keep pushing it lower, you should feel a stretch in the hand and the wrist. Then once you feel a decent stretch there, slowly bring it back up towards your face. Let's do 2 more of these. Hands down. Feel that stretch. I know I do in my hands. Good. Bring it back up. Last one. Palms together, slowly coming down. Trying to reach our belly button. Good, feel that stretch. Slowly coming back up. All right, so we just stretched our palm on the palm side of our hand. Now we're gonna do the other side. So we're gonna start low towards our belly button. We're gonna put the back of our hands together. Then from here, you're trying to keep the back of your hands together as you come up towards your chin, and then make your way back down. So this will stretch the opposite side of our wrists. It should get the back side of our forearms coming up, slowly coming back down. So let's do 2 more here, keeping the back of the hands together to come up, making your way back down. Last one, up, and then back down. Good. Okay, let's move to our legs, our lower part of our body. I want everyone, if you can, I'm going to scoot back just a little bit. I'm going to grab the back of my thigh, or you could grab the front of your knee to pull your knee towards your chest. You're able to do that, then I want you to add a few ankle circles while you're here. I'm going to do 5 of them, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm going to lower that leg. I'm going to switch sides. So I'm going to grab my other leg, pull it towards my chest. Then we'll do 5 ankle circles here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bringing that back down. We're going to switch again. So going back to the original leg, bringing it up close to my chest, adding 5 ankle circles. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bringing that down, switching sides, up towards the chest. Add those ankle circles. 3, 4, and 5. Now with that leg that you have up, if you're able to, try crossing it over your other leg to stretch out our hips. If you are not feeling a stretch already, you can always lean forward at your chest and your back to feel more of a stretch on that hip. If just holding the position without the lean forward is enough to feel a good stretch, then just keep it there. And come back up. Very good. All right, we're switching sides. So we're going to put that foot down, grab the other side. You can bring it up over that other thigh. You can either gently push down that knee towards the ground, this one here, or you can lean forward to stretch it a little bit more. But if just being in that position is stretch enough, I understand. Good. Slowly come out of that. Put that leg down. All right, so with our power twist movement, we end up getting into a position where we are turned in our chair. So I want everyone to try to side sit on their chair if you're able to do so. What I'm trying to stretch is this hip with the leg that is down. So if you are standing or seated here and that leg is able to get turned towards the ground, I want you to try to bring that foot back so that hopefully we can feel a stretch on the front of that hip and the thigh. You can hold on to your chair and try to arch back, which will help stretch that front of the hip if you're able to do so. Or if just getting into this position feels like a stretch without arching back, just hold it here. Take some nice deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. If you're able to wiggle that foot back even more to stretch, you can. All right, come out of that stretch. We're gonna switch sides. So big steps of the feet to turn in our chairs. Now I'm facing the opposite wall. I'm gonna try to get into a kind of side lunge position. My leg that's towards the camera is kind of off the chair. I'm holding on to the chair, and then as much as I can, bringing that leg back behind me. Definitely holding on to the chair. I'm going to try to arch back a little bit through my back. I am feeling a stretch here. I'm going to take 2 nice deep breaths here to feel that stretch. Good. Then you can make your way out of this stretch. Big lift of the feet to get out of that position. Last but not least, we're going to stretch our hamstrings. So let's pick one to start with. I'm going to pick my right leg. I'm going to put that leg out in front of me with my toes up so my heel is on the ground. Like so. Sitting up nice and tall. I'm going to put my hands on my thighs just so I have something to hold. I am bowing forward, keeping my back straight as I reach towards my right toes, feeling a stretch along the back of my leg. The stretch should be hopefully moderate in intensity, that pulling type feeling. Try holding this position as you take a few deep breaths. Feel that stretch. If you're able to sink into it more and reach more for those toes, be my guest. Good. All right, make your way out of that stretch. I'm switching sides. So I'm putting my left leg now forward in front of myself. My heel's down, my toes are up. I'm sitting up nice and tall, and I'm going to lean forward towards my left toes. I am feeling a decent stretch along the back of my leg, the back of my knee. I'm going to try going more forward towards my toes as this muscle stretches. Hopefully you guys are feeling that stretch too. Take one more deep breath here. All right, and then make your way out of that stretch. Very good job.